All right, today we're literally just, I'm not going to do your assignment for you. No, please. No.
What if it's not my assignment?
What if it's all of them?
Okay.
What if I ask a question for two?
I'll show you a couple things here anyway, because I'm such a nice guy. All right, let's see if you can get a picture going. So anybody picking up their Apple Watch Friday?
No.
Let's see if
Why?
Why?
Yeah, that's a really good question. Why?
Do it after I figure out how long it takes for me to be a millionaire. Then I'll.
That actually is worse than the Apple Watch.
All right, I'm going to show you a website which will help you if you're testing your program. You go to bankrate.com. Again, this ain't going to write your program for you. Yes, ma'am.
Bankrate?
Can you do what? This?
Yes.
No, you can't do it now.
Okay, well, can I just turned it in.
As long as you don't let me see it, because I guess it's like, oh my God, crazy. And then you turn it into him when you're done.
1 star.
When you're done,
You corrupted the survey.
Oh, that's a good one.
Right from Billy.
Let me
The money in there. Yeah.
pause the recording and do attendance real fast. Okay.
You told me to.
Now, where did I go on Bankrate to do this? I did retirement advice. No, I did net worth calculator, personal financial ones.
You already think about retirement?
I did an investment calculator when I went on there.
Estimate calculator.
Yeah, it's in loans. Oh no, investing.
Let's go to, where the heck is it? Loans. Okay, auto loans, home debt, and blah,
Try
blah.
investing.
Oh, investing. Investment calculator?
Yeah, that's why I did it.
Okay, let's pick this one. This might be the one I use. Okay, yeah. So my investment goal is $1 million. Okay, amount to initially invest, we'll say 500. Rate of return, 5%. Periodic contributions of 500. Frequency, monthly. Okay? It should calculate and tell you how long it will take, and I'll end up with, it should tell me in here somewhere. What?
It's called the calculate button. It's like following your.
The blue.
There you go.
Come on.
Yeah, auto calculator.
I'll get rid of this 10 years.
Testing.
What?
It's putting it at the bottom,
Investment
put in
calculator.
10 and calculate it in. Then scroll down,
Because it told you that you made
go down.
77,000.
Yeah, I know, but there's a way to do it without having to put it in the 10. It'll tell you how long it'll take you to make the $1 million. Yeah, because when I did it, I didn't have to do that.
The question.
It's broken.
It ends up being about 45 years, 44 point something. Yeah, because now we're up to $984,000. Okay, because the sample I showed you guys was based on starting with 500 a month for 5% takes 44 point whatever, pretty close to that. Okay.
Nice.
So you can just use this to test your math. Now, your math will not be exactly correct, but as long as it's somewhere close. Now, to come up and tell me 500 start, 500 a month at 5%, you're gonna be a millionaire in 20 years, that's wrong.
It says on there to compound annually. Do you want it an annual compounding?
Yeah, I think I might have done it monthly.
There you go.
Actually. Yeah, that's what it is. I think I did monthly.
Yeah. Annual interest rate.
Yeah, because the 5% is an annual interest rate. So when you calculate your interest, you're gonna have to take the 5%, which is actually 0.05. Y'all realize that. Then you're gonna divide that by 12. Because you don't get 5% a month. It would be amazing if you did. But the 5% annual interest rate is actually annual. You get 5% over the entire year. So you need to take the 0.05 divide by 12.
What if you do like the month, how much you invest a month times 12,
Okay,
and then
let's,
multiply that.
let's talk about the math for a second.
Oh.
Oh, there it is. Okay. So I'm just going to use this as a screen to just write it here. So I have a current. We're not writing Python. I know you're like, darn it. We have 500 currently, monthly, 500. Interest is 5%. Okay. So what I did was every month I need to add something to my current balance. So I replaced current with what? What do I replace current with? Anybody? So each month I'm going to replace my current balance.
Current plus equals.
Okay, so I'm going to replace current with what? Yeah, this is not Python. Don't think this is going to compile or run or anything. So I'm going to replace it with my current balance. So we're going to basically the prior balance. Current plus, come on, some of you had to at least
Monthly.
Current plus
seen
your monthly contribution.
with my monthly contribution, okay, with my monthly, plus what?
So that's current plus monthly.
Plus my interest rate.
Yeah.
But how am I going to do the interest?
Would it be times all of the 0.5%?
Times all of it. So basically, I'm going to add those two together, correct?
That's if you have a monthly interest rate.
Right, which we do.
But now in the problem, it's an annual interest rate.
Divided by 12. No, it's monthly.
So you want us to be.
I want to do every month.
Okay.
Yeah, I want it every month.
He made accidentally put annual.
I put annual at 5%,
Oh, I see.
but you have to do it. So I'm going to take my current plus my monthly, multiply that times interest divided by 12. Will that do it? Yeah, that should be close. Will it be exact? No. Will it be close? Yes.
But that's what you want is close.
Right. I want you to replace your current with that. So you're going to need some sort of structure that's going to continue. What type of structure might that be?
No, that wouldn't be your current.
Some sort of loop. Which kind of loop? Which kind of loop would work?
While.
A while loop. Perfectly. I'm going to continue while what?
Oh, you're under a million, right?
While current's less than $1 million. I mean, wow, that was easy.
Well, no, because it'd be 500 times the interest. So then your current.
Now you get interest on the balance, not just the your current plus how much you're adding. See, it really depends. When are you adding the money? At the beginning or the end? That's what I said. It's not going to be exact. So we take what you currently have plus how much you made that month. So in other words, I had $500. I added $500 that month. So I need interest on 1,000. And that's not exactly correct, but it's, yes.
Do you have to divide interest by 100 to change it from a number to a percentage?
Yes, you do.
Percentage check.
Right. You have to, first of all, convert the 5 into a percentage.
Yeah, to decimal.
Right.
5%
So 5
equals
is
0.05.
actually 5, interest divided by 100. Because 5 is actually 0.05. Because if not, you'll be a millionaire in 12 years. I think you was. I did that right.
Or you could like multiply it by 0.01.
Yeah, you can do multiply times 0.01. There are many different ways to do it.
So it looks like what you're doing is aggregating simple interest on an annualized rate.
Yes.
Is that what you want us to do
Yes.
rather than the compound interest?
But I want you to do every month.
But the compounding period is 12 months, but
Yeah.
you're aggregating it. Okay.
Yes. And you need to tell me when you're halfway there. Okay? How can we possibly tell if we're halfway there?
Has to be some type of else statement. or-
Like an if statement.
Balance
If
there, and then
statement.
range is 5.5.
Maybe an if statement.
If equals
If what?
500,000
If what?
equals greater than 500,000.
Maybe if our current balance is greater than or equal, maybe our goal divided by 2. Wouldn't it be halfway there? But you only got to print that one time.
Mhm.
So you're going to have to figure out how to make it only print one time.
Brick.
So I can't tell you everything. We covered it. Something to do with Boolean will make it very easy. So you only want to print it once. But remember, at the very end, I want you to do this monthly, so that at the very end, you can tell me exactly how many months. I think on my example is like 44.36 months or something. Whatever it turned out to be.
536 months.
Yeah.
And that was 40.
What I did was I had to print out every month to make sure it was working. And then, so if I literally had my print statement printed out every month, but I changed it to only print once a year. How could I make it only print once a year? Have some sort of a counter. Remember we did modulus? Remember modulus? So if I want to find out if something's divisible by 7, say I have a number here, okay? Equals 2. Okay, that's my number. It just happens to be equal to 2. If I do num mod 7, what does modulus return? Remember? Just the remainder, exactly.
Oh, yeah.
So that's not going to be an even number. So what if you use modulus to modulus 12, keep track of the months, have a counter for the number of months. Then if whatever mod 12 is equal to 0, it's every year. See what I mean? Modulus is great for kinds of stuff like this. Because if you're keeping track of the months, literally every time the month increments from month 1 to month 2 to month 3, 4, if modulus is never going to be equal to 0, mod 12 until, you get to a division, divisible by 12. So modulus is the perfect way of doing that. Okay? Everybody understand that? So I'm trying to make you use a bunch of stuff. A loop plus a decision structure inside of it plus a Boolean. What?
The thing I don't understand is how would it count? How would it do the year? That's part, I guess.
Well, if you have month, okay, if you keep track of months,
Yeah.
then you can use modulus to only print out on a year. Understand that part? Okay. So you're only going to print the statement. What I did was I had that inside there. I keep track of months, and I had the print statement in it. But there was an if statement where it only got into the print statement if months mod 12 was equal to 0.
Oh, I understand. You're using the remainder to find 0, and that's okay. I
Right.
understand.
So I literally had a print statement print every month. Then I just put that print statement inside of an if statement to only do it. Now again, this is one way to do it. There's 100 ways to do this. Okay. I can't write it all for you. Okay. And then at the very end, just tell me how long it is. So if you got total months at the end, so you end up with, I don't know, 382 months. Divide that by 12. Boom, it tells you how many years. It's pretty simple to do. Okay? Does that help at all?
Yeah, so far.
Because I was worried you guys would be like, I don't know how to calculate interest. Because someone said, have they all had personal finance? I'm assuming the answer is no.
I'm there right now.
Some of you have.
Yeah, but it's like, it sucks.
Yeah, my class sucks too. It's not
Who's
fun.
your teacher?
It's Kaust.
Man, I so wish you had Dawkins.
Yeah, he's not good. I really, because
You need
I'm a lecture person. I need a lecture to understand. I need to ask questions.
Yeah.
And it's just, well, here's the homework. Here's the answers to the homework. Goodbye. I'm not learning anything if I'm just getting answers.
You need Amanda.
Wow, he's
She
not-
was awesome.
He's not
Yeah, she
lecturing over the material.
He doesn't lecture at all.
Yeah, neither
Period.
is our professor. I'm trying to hold on. I'll tell you.
Who is your-
He literally he has us print out our own packets of work, and then we do the packets on our own, and then we take them to class, and as a class we go over the packets, and that's it. There's no lecture, there's no note taking. It's just, this is the homework, here's next week's homework, goodbye.
How long do your classes last?
It's an hour and 15, only meets on Monday.
But are you staying for an hour and 15?
Yeah.
Just go over the homework.
Well, actually, I guess we stay for about an hour because it never goes the full time, but yeah.
My
Oh,
professor's Kelly one.
She's doing the same thing?
Yeah, pretty much. She doesn't lecture or anything. She'll she'll ask us questions, like irrelevant questions, and I don't know. She doesn't go over. I don't even know what chapter we're on. She doesn't go over the chapters. She expects us to know when the homework's due and all that stuff.
I'm sorry. I mean,
experience is by far better than yours.
sorry. I mean, Dawkins is amazing. Amanda was good.
Awesome.
I will tell you this. If you have any questions about it, you can always ask me. I'm obviously not during class, but before or after. Because, I think I know investments work at least. I mean, I've actually sat through Craig's investments class even, which was amazing. So, oh, wow. I know they put Cower in at the last minute. Because someone, I got to leave. Stuck in it. Sucks that he's just doing that. Yeah, please feel, I don't care. You can ask me questions about any class except for history. My only C class ever. Got one C in my entire educational career was in history.
Wow, that's actually impressive to state. I mean, that's pretty impressive.
How do you, is there a way to kill the Python script without closing the window?
Control C. Control C will kill your Python. Just hit a bunch of times. Yeah. So did you have an endless loop or something?
It just it started and then it would just start printing out the same exact number going all the way down.
Yeah, you're not incrementing something correctly.
I did that. I ran into that.
Now you can use a for loop.
I ran into like.
Not quite as easy to do, but you could. But a while loop is probably the way to go on this.
And all the scenarios.
So any other questions, in other words, other than how to write the Python for it? But I want you guys to figure some things out.
Yeah.
You could show us that formatting with that format.
Show you the format without
The formula thing where it's certain decimals to a certain number of digits. What are you saying?
Oh, I think that was like on the very slide. Wasn't it on the very first slide I did?
It was the fourth slide, whatever, because you had to add it, remember?
Oh, that's right, because it has objectives and everything at the beginning. This one here?
Was that
yeah.
the fourth slide? This was it.
Yeah, I did that. And then it would give me it would yell at me.
Yeah, because some of you, was it week 2 you had to do something in 2 decimal places?
Yeah. It was the first
Some of you didn't. It's like, seriously?
Didn't know.
I had to come to you to ask because the thing I was missing was that second percentage line. Everything
yeah.
I saw.
No, that's right. You had a comma there instead. Yeah. Yeah. So the second one is the way you want to do it. It's just easier. And they're both valid. I will tell you the first one is how it's done in most languages. It's done in C and Java.
So is that the one you prefer us to do?
No, I want you to do second because it gives you more capability in Python. And the reason I'm telling you this is I'm assuming some of you are cyber majors. You're going to have to get into cryptography. And there, it's going to make it so much easier when you have to output hex and binary and decimal and octal and all that.
So you can concatenate that, right?
Okay. Yeah, it'll make your life a lot easier. See, I'm trying to come up with stuff that I know you need later. So, as long as you don't be like that one student I had. She's like, yeah, I need help working on this because I've never seen Python before in my life. I'm like, really? No, I never have. He had fundamentals one time, got to be. I had script for the 3rd time, so I'm like,
No, you just.
How has he never seen Python? That doesn't make sense.
Exactly, that's what I said. You've had this class 3 times and you've never seen Python before.
Who did
There's
you
something
work?
going on.
Who did your work? That's a good question.
I asked that question. So,
Okay, for the interest, do not the person that votes.
hopefully that helps.
Modulus returns remainder.
Modulus returns remainder. So it's great for checking stuff is divisible by 7 or divisible by 3 or whatever. It's like,
Oh.
that is the handiest thing you could ever use.
So weird.
See, we could rewrite this recursively, but we're not going there.
No,
Recursively?
that's the.
Oh,
Yeah,
damn.
can we not do that,
I don't even know what that means, to be honest.
please?
You remember recursively? We did recursive circles, didn't we?
Yeah, and you know how long it took us to figure that out?
I
Like
don't.
5 straight hours.
That's, you call yourself. And you keep calling yourself until it meets the criteria. So you literally could keep calling it until you got the $1 million, then back out all the way and print it each time.
Well, that's interesting.
But if you do it correctly, your code is so short.
Because
I don't even remember how long it was.
Yeah, it was-
But it came out really close.
Yeah, it did.
Recursive circles.
And those
they're all-
circles I showed you, the flower, that's all recursive stuff.
Okay.
that's
Is that technically what Turtle is? Is it a recursive program?
No. Turtle is just a drawing.
I was like, that's all Dawn has to do with Turtle. We really did a circle.
Turtle just makes it easier to do it. Not really used much in the real world.
Turtle is weird. Like, I didn't see the point of it because, like you just said, I don't think I would ever use it in the real world.
Well, yeah, but Turtle's cool because you can do programming behind it, make it do things and learn concepts and.
I did learn that you can use a lot of descriptors, and there's a lot of descriptors in Python. That was interesting. I learned more about Python doing Turtle than I had previously.
I mean, it's cool. I like the way it works. I saw a doctor up in Edmond a year ago now, and he writes all his own software that he uses. Literally, every single piece of software his doctor company uses, he wrote. And he's right in the middle of rewriting it all in Python. I'm like, dude, you're like, wow. A medical doctor that actually programs is like,
Oh, you don't do
you don't always see that. You normally have
I
a
don't think so.
medical profession and a computer profession. You don't see them combined much. All right, I'm going to stop the recording. I'm not going to add anything to it.